Hey guys, it has been a while since we've done like a seated chit chat, so I thought that's what we do in this video. Someone pointed out to me that all I do is vlog content on my channel now, and I realize not everyone loves vlogs. You either like them or you don't. So I thought we'd start out strong with a Q&A to get kind of like reacquainted with you guys. And it's hot as balls outside, so I am popping a poppy. Okay, you guys know how this works. I went on Instagram and posted ask me anything question, and you guys filled in the blank. There are a lot of boyfriend questions on here. What has been your most memorable moment of this year so far? Easy. Jackson and I went to Hawaii. We went to Kauai, to be specific. We were there, just the two of us, for 6 days, 5 nights. It was incredible. It was life-giving. Each one of those days was like the most memorable moment for me. I loved it so much. I miss it so much. I think about it all the time. How is your relationship going? Wish you the best. My relationship's going really good. I feel like we're both of us in such a good place with each other. We know how to bob and flow together. Like we know what to do, and we're at a place now where I can read him really well, and he can read me really well. If there's something I didn't want to talk about or something was bothering me, I can't lie about it anymore. Like he can tell, like he knows, and he'll be like, no, really, what's going on? I think that's just something that comes with maturity in the relationship, not our age, but like our age too. We hit 3 years in a month. Actually, this month. Oh my God. It's July. It'll be 3 years in July. I need to start planning something for that. What is your perfect me day? Guys, I feel like I've come alive this summer. I feel like I remembered Summer Ashley and how much fun she is and how much she loves being outdoors and how much she loves the sun. Perfect me day would include some kind of walk outside or exercise, some pool time, and then definitely a spa day. Like skincare, like deep hair wash, shave my whole body, like lotion my whole body, read a book. Definitely some good food in there. What was your college major? It was communications. It was definitely the broadest option that there was because I didn't know what I wanted to do in college. There are so many boyfriend. Okay, you know what? Let's just talk about my relationship. Let's just go through and find all of the Jackson questions, and we can discuss that. I might cut this. We'll see how this goes. Okay, first question. Advice on how to use dating apps. How did you and Jackson do it? Okay. I feel like I've been talking about this a lot on my podcast, so if you don't subscribe to my podcast, absolutely do that, because Taryn and I have been going ham on dating apps because she's currently using them, and then I'm a dating app success story.
The game of dating apps. You can't try too hard, but also a little effort is appreciated.
The sensitivity of you say one sentence wrong, ghost.
So I feel like we have a lot of good takes on it. We matched on Hinge. We began talking immediately. The flow and banter was perfect. Like it was just easy, very flirty, but like fun, very lighthearted, nothing serious. Then we slowly started asking each other about more personal questions. And I think within 2 weeks of talking, we went out on our first date. He drove up to my side of town and we went out for drinks. And my advice for online dating, if you're going to meet in person, is to commit to something easy. Do not commit to a full dinner. Commit to drinks. Commit to coffee. Commit to something that, could take an hour max, where you really just like get to know each other, see each other in person, make sure each other's not catfishing. You get to know each other enough, and then like if you really like the person or you're really liking what's going on, you can be like, hey, do you want to get food? Hey, do you want to go for a walk? Or should we book a reservation somewhere? Or you can elongate the date, but always keep it shorter so you have an out, because sometimes you need that out. Do you think Jackson is the one? Yes, I do think Jackson is the one. I knew I liked him. I knew I could see myself marrying him. And then just like one day, I just saw it. When I looked at my future, I could see me and I could see him next to me. And that's kind of what that feeling felt like. Did you move in with Jackson yet? No, not yet. I wish, but no, not yet. I'm still at Alicia's house. That is definitely still a huge priority of mine. We have been working towards moving in together for what feels like forever. There's so many things that have been going on that have been like keeping us from that. One, LA is tough trying to find places. We had originally planned on moving in together at the top of this year. Then Jackson got a new job at the end of last year, which caused us to be like, okay, well, let's see how that goes first, make sure he's settled. And then we decided to move in together in the summer, which we were thinking June. So we started looking a lot in May, and then we realized, oh my gosh, like we had a lot of traveling going on in June. We were gone most of the month. So we were like, you know what, let's wait to move in together until after June when all of our traveling is done. And then now that all our traveling is done, we went to try again. And to be honest, like I am having some financial issues. I'm just not, money hasn't been steady the way it has been in the past. So I'm having to like relook at some things and what I am able to afford. So because of that, moving has gotten put on hold again, which is so frustrating because we've been wanting to move in together for like a year now. I don't know when we're gonna move in together. I don't have a hard timeline, but that is still the goal. Is what makes you nervous about moving in with Jackson, if anything? To be frank, I'm not nervous anymore. If you had asked me the same question a year ago, I would have been like, yes, I'm nervous. I've never lived with anybody before. You know, there's a lot to consider. Like he likes his space, I like my space. Like how do we navigate that? But now that it's taking so long to move in together, I'm not nervous anymore. I'm ready to go. So I'm just over here trying to be patient. Next question. Why have you not shown Jackson? I have hinted at this before. I've talked about it on socials, but he doesn't have social media, doesn't want to be on social media. And that was hard for me to understand in the beginning because I was like, I don't get it. But I get it now. And I understand that that is a strong desire of his. As his partner, I am choosing to respect that, and that is why I don't show him. Do I want to show him and his like hot self? Of course I do. And I want to post like the pictures of us like at our friends' weddings all dolled up, but out of love for him, I've chosen not to post him online. And it does feel hard at times because I have gotten so accustomed to sharing my life with all of you guys. The thing is, like, now that I haven't shown him for damn near 3 years now, wild, I kind of wouldn't have it any other way because I feel zero pressure from the internet about my relationship. And I know a lot of people, a lot of creators online couldn't say that. I feel like they have a lot of stress and pressure that comes from being an internet couple. And I love that we don't have to worry about that. I've actually really enjoyed keeping him to myself as a like, this is mine and let me have this thing. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. The next question is, will you ever show Jackson? I have thought about this, and to be honest, I honestly don't see myself posting him unless it's like my engagement photos and wedding photos and stuff like that, because I would want to post those. The next question, when do you see yourself getting engaged? To be honest, your girl is ready now. I am officially saying this out loud. I don't think I've said this out loud before, but I'm ready to get married. And I feel like that's such a scary statement for me. I think it's nerve-wracking to say because it's saying like you're ready for the next step and you're not in that step yet, but I am, and I'm ready to be married. I could see it happening any day now. I'm not saying it's happening. We don't have a plan. I would love for it to happen within the next year or sooner, and I should probably tell him that. I've hinted, but like I don't think I've outwardly told him, so I should probably tell him that. Next question, by when would you guys want to be married? I would love to be married like next year. And I know that's wild because that would mean I'd have to get engaged and plan a wedding all within that time frame. I'm like, I don't really care to wait. I don't know what I would want our wedding to look like, but I would want to make sure like I have time to like plan and things, but I low-key would love to just like do it. Like go for it, just do it. I don't want to elope, but like I could see something like that happening if I were given the opportunity to. The only thing that holds me back is like I would want my friends there. So Next question. Do you want kids? I absolutely want kids. I always pictured myself having 2 kids, possibly 3. My mom was adopted, and I always thought I could also adopt. So I always envisioned myself having 2 children and then possibly adopting a 3rd if I had the opportunity to. But if I were to have a baby right now, it would be considered a geriatric pregnancy, which is wild to me because in my head, if I got pregnant today, it would damn near be a teen pregnancy. And maybe that's just because I'm not married, but like, I would lose my mind. But yeah, I definitely want kids, and obviously the sooner the better, the healthier for me, the healthier for the baby. But yeah, one step at a time. Next question is, does Jackson live close by? He does and doesn't. If you have ever been to LA, then you know everywhere is close, but also so far. Me and him joke all the time that we're long distance because he lives in downtown and works in downtown, and I'm in the valley, and that can be very far away from each other. Sometimes it could take me an hour to go see him. Sometimes it could take me 30 minutes to go see him. So yeah, we're kind of long distance, but definitely not actually long distance. Next question, where in LA would you guys want to move to? I think something that Jackson and I both really connected on is we just love the beach. Love the beach. So I think end goal for both of us would be to get closer to the water. But obviously it's so expensive on the west side. So we're not there yet, but that is a beautiful goal and we're going to keep that goal as a goal. But realistically, I think in the valley closer to Alicia so that we can keep co-custody of the dogs and like help each other film and do content would be ideal for me. So hopefully somewhere out here, if you guys know anyone who has a place out here and wants to rent it, let me know. Okay, I feel like that's the good majority of the boyfriend questions. Let's go back to the regular questions. Where do you earn the most from? Curious about being in the industry. I mean, it's kind of all over the place. The last few years, things have changed dramatically because of TikTok. I used to make the majority of my money from YouTube. Now I would say the majority of my money comes from paid brand deals on YouTube and my podcast. The steadiest income I have is my podcast. And then the price points have dropped significantly because of TikTok as well. So things have been fluctuating a lot money-wise. I still think you can make the most money on YouTube if you just happen to be doing well on YouTube. Second up would be TikTok. Ooh, you guys are asking some specific questions. How much do brand deals from Instagram pay you? I want to start, so I'm very curious about it. One, you should. Everyone can, so don't let that hold you back. What I would recommend doing is Googling it. So you can Google what like the average rate for an Instagram post or an Instagram reel costs for certain categories of followers. They break it down by tiers. First tier has a rate, second tier rate, third tier rate, and then it just keeps going up. I will say that's not very accurate for me. I just say that confidently because I just looked it up the other day, and I definitely haven't been getting paid that on Instagram, but I know some people do. So that's a wide kind of range of what you can get on Instagram. But again, that does not mean that your favorite content creators out there are getting paid that much. Just keep that in mind. What are my goals for the second half of the year? Well, first off, I want to move in with my boyfriend, if you haven't figured that out already. Second of all, on a vulnerable note, I feel like my content hasn't been doing well, and I am very scared that I might be in my flop era. So I would love some kind of like guidance and redirection on like what to do with this amazing community that I've built on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. And maybe you guys can help me with this. Like, I am not sure what content to do anymore. I'm so overwhelmed by all of the creators out there that are making cool content. I feel like I'm getting hit in the face every single morning when I wake up and I'm feeling good about filming, and then I go to film something, and then, you know, I go on socials and I feel so like a blip in like this huge array of content creators, just so saturated now that I don't know my place anymore with YouTube and social media, and I need to rediscover that. I've always been very passionate about women and women things, makeup, beauty, fashion, girl talk, all of that stuff. I've always found myself to be very good at it in person, like in real life with my own personal relationships and online. Now I don't know. So I've been trying to like shoot my shot and try like a bunch of things that make me, you know, out of my comfort zone or that aren't usually my normal thing, and I just cannot figure it out. So if you guys have any recommendation on the content you would like to see from me, please comment it below. Thank you. Okay, I found another boyfriend question that I missed. This one is, what is your favorite physical feature of Jackson? And then not physical feature. Love you, heart emoji, Anna. Physical feature that I love the most on Jackson are his arms. They are big and strong and covered in tattoos, and I love them. I tell him all the time, it's not a secret, he knows. Not physical feature is he's just a total goofball. Like, honestly. Do you miss living alone? Yes and no. I think I very much miss living alone because I loved the routine that I built there. I loved having my space and I loved having quiet time when it was quiet time. I'm actually very excited right now because Alicia's gone for the day and I have the whole house to myself, and I am planning on making myself a nice dinner, having my like whole self-care spa night, and turning the TV on and lighting a candle and doing the whole thing, which I'm very excited for. And I used to do all the time at my place. I think I was going through a lot when I first moved out that it completely shocked me, and it made me really not enjoy the first 6 months of living alone. The last 6 months were a blast, and I feel like I finally got in the groove and found my flow. That's why I'm really excited about living with Jackson, because I'll have someone there. How do you stay motivated? I feel like there's so many ways I could go about answering this question, but I'm going to narrow it down to one simple thing that happens to work for me. This might not work for you, but I think it might. So write it down, okay? Movement. Daily movement. It's life-giving and life-changing. I recommend it outside if you can. I commit every day to moving somehow. And it could be a workout, like an actual, like I'm gonna sweat workout. It could be a simple walk. It could be swimming. It could be hiking. It could be literally anything. As long as you're not scrolling on your phone and you're allowing your mind to just go. Anytime I start my day with movement, I have a really great, productive day because I got the ball rolling. Like I already worked out. I already moved my body. What can I do next? And it's a very intoxicating feeling. And once you get that ball rolling, you get really addicted. Nothing can stop me. I will do the laundry. I will do the dishes. I will send every email that I need to send. I'll get so much work done and it feels amazing. I know it sounds simple, but it really is that simple. And wow, I feel like I talked a lot. Really think I was using you guys as like a little diary there for a second. So thanks for listening. If you want more Q&A videos like this, let me know in the comments below. And then also do me a favor, please, and comment a video you want me to film for this channel. It could be a vlog. It could be like a sit down. It could be food. I don't know, it could literally be anything, but comment it down below and I'll get started on that right away. Okay? Okay.